Hey guys, what's going on? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. As always, a pleasure to have you guys. 2020 has been the year of years to trade. You get a once in a decade market crash, and then you get a once in a decade market pump, and it's been fantastic. A big thing that I always look at in any given market is themes. What are themes that are working in the market currently? Where's the money flowing to? And what I mean by that is there's 8,000 stocks in the US market. But just because a stock looks good or it's got XYZ doesn't mean it can go bonkers. In markets, there's usually themes and money flows into them. And then those individual stocks, especially the best ones, they start to go crazy. So in this year's market, there's been two themes. Number one is electric vehicle companies. So you guys have probably heard, right? Tesla, Workhorse, HYLN, or now they've changed their name to HYLN, and so on and so forth. NIO, so on and so forth. So that's been a theme. Electric vehicles, theme. The second part, which is a little bit more confusing, what I want to talk about today is SPACs. SPACs stand for Special Acquisition Vehicles. So some of the hottest trades of this year have come from SPACs. So let's talk about like what the heck a SPAC is, right? Everybody's always like, what is this thing? So I also, when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is like a little gimmick. It'll last for like a month, and then it's over. And all of a sudden, more and more started to come out. So let's talk about what a SPAC is. A special acquisition vehicle, the easiest way to think about it is that this is an IPO. So typically, and historically, if you were a company and you wanted to go IPO, a private company, right, you got to go to Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, and you pay them some money, they take you public. So what special acquisition vehicles, the SPACs are, they're blank check companies. So a person can come in, some rich person or group of rich people, they pull some money together, and it's a blank check company. And what they're actually doing is looking for a private company to buy or merge with, and now that company becomes public. So if you saw like FMCI, that was the hot SPAC earlier in the year. What FMCI did was they bought Tattooed Chef. They're a vegan-based, right, food company like Beyond Meat. So here you got a blank check company with like $1 billion or $2 billion to invest, and they're looking for a private company to buy, and you're essentially taking them public. So all a SPAC is an easier way to go IPO. And people are sick of banks, and rich people are probably sick of banks, so they're going and finding a way to do it themselves. Some of the biggest names this year have all been SPACs. If you think about like a current holding of mine, IPOB. So another brown man, handsome brown man, Chamath, he owns all sorts of SPACs, and so he's taken one of them and bought a company called Open Door, which is like an online real estate company. So once they take that and the merger takes place, right, this thing starts to trade and they start to go wild. Why these are going up so much is the easiest way to think about it is they're just IPOs. And in any given market the last couple of years, IPOs have been hot. So this is just another way to play IPO. So there's nothing too crazy about it, nothing that you have to worry about in terms of managing risk. They're just stocks. They're basically IPOs. There's a whole host of them that I think you should be watching. IPOB is one of them. Another hot one that's actually looking really cheap right now is HYLN. And then, you know, the GOAT, the one that I've traded back and forth in my, IRAs and longer term accounts forever is FMCI. If you see the price of BYND meat right now, it's been flying. I think probably at some point FMCI will get picked up too. But that is SPACs in a nutshell. Guys, keep a whole list of them. There's a bunch of online websites, awesome guys on Twitter, SPAC Guru, SPAC Daddy, Bill Spackman, that are always posting news about this stuff. Man, when they go, they really go. Let me know if you have any questions on these kind of SPACs. I get a whole list of them I watch. I keep them on a list on TC2000. I'll send it to you guys. As always, hit the like button if you enjoy this stuff. And I look forward to sharing some more with you. Take care.